What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kai Gibson, aka
Okay, let's go.
Rich Secrets. And today, y'all, we really came inside of this video to be able to expose the fake and give y'all nothing but the real and direction. So I want to let y'all know my goal by the end of this video for everybody that watches it from the beginning. You're right here at this moment. My goal is to not only be able to give you guys direction, which is the first thing, because I know you guys get misled by so many people on the internet telling you, hey, listen, you should go this route to be able to get yourself funded in this bank, in this bank. It's so much information being tossed at you, honestly, that you don't know even where to go. Like, I don't know if I should go here or here. So first thing is I'm going to give you guys direction. Next thing is I'm going to show you guys exactly how you get yourself funded over $25K within the next 30 days for a newly opened business. This will qualify for a 2-week-old LLC and further. But in order to be able to do that and give y'all the real inside of here, I had to hurt some of y'all feelings, but the information is going to ultimately make you better. So hopefully I can do that inside of here, right? So beginning off, how we actually get a newly open business funded. I see so many people that want to be able to go to a new route of creating a newly open business, which there's two type of routes to be able to go with this, and we'll save that for another video, or you guys can go through my category of 800 videos, of which in a lot of them I explain exactly what a age corporation is, right? But let's say we're starting off with a newly open LLC. A lot of people miss the concept of, well, if I have a newly open business, if I started up today and I just wait 2 weeks from now, I'm not going to be able to get the business funded because I have no income, I have no tax returns, I have not the requirements that an average bank would ask for, a big financial institution. And this is not the case. The only thing that you guys are missing is direction, which is why I'm giving you guys this straightforward video, and I'm hoping you guys actually get the information that that I give out today, and you just take action on it and see if you can get a result yourself, right? Main thing I plan to be able to get from this video. So whether we're starting out a newly open LLC or we have a age corporation, but today we're going to stay based on that newly open LLC. It's going to be a couple of things we have to have in order when we're starting a newly open business. And I see so many of those people that have that 700, 800 credit score, and they're like, hey, listen, Rich, I can get myself steak and lobster, and it's more like shrimp and Alfredo. And I'm gonna tell you why it's like shrimp and Alfredo, because just because I have a 700, 800 credit score and I create a newly open LLC, yes, everybody says that I can go and personal guarantee that business, but what they don't tell you is if my business information is jacked up, I best to be walking out that bank with the lower end of the stick, walking out with something that I possibly didn't want and what I was hoping not to get, right? A lower amount. So this video is not going to be able to point out how we actually pull the maximum amount from going to these banks with a newly open LLC, but what we have to have right first before we even asking the bank for funding for our business. I've been a person that's been explaining this on YouTube several times, even updating you guys on new companies that are being able to provide you more things for your business. But have your business information finished before it's even started. This is the first thing, right? When a house is built, it's drawn out on a piece of paper. The house is already drawn out and finished before the first brick is laid. A lot of information that when you're creating your LLC, you're going to have before you even create it, like the address, the email. We're going to have to get all these things together because they're going to ask us that on the application. So let's first of all go over just slightly those things, right? And to sum it all up, 5 years worth of information summed up to you in like 30 seconds right here when it comes to the formation of your LLC. Anything personal, your personal phone number, your personal address, a personal email like Gmail, Yahoo account, these things should not be added to your LLC simply because in the fine print of your business, it tells you, hey, listen, it's considered as a different individual than you. When you're tying your personal information on there, number one, I'm able to Google your business and your residential address actually pops up. That's the first big mistake you could possibly make, right? Second thing is you have now dragged your personal information, everything that's tied to your actual credit, your social security number, which your business generated a EIN number. Hopefully everybody's following me, right? You have now tied that information to this different individual. When we're creating the LLC, what we actually need is going to be a business total line, getting our business registered with 411, making sure we actually have a virtual address, a location other than our personal address. That way we can seem more legit to the banks to be able to ultimately pull out more money, get the maximum amount. Now, the name, I'm about to really drop some game on y'all when it comes to the name of your business. I decided to take a lot of time out inside of this video today to be able to give it to everybody straightforward, and hopefully you guys will listen all the way to the end of this video if I explain it simple enough, right? But the naming of your business is going to be very important. I want you guys to understand, when we look at Fortune 500 companies like Apple, if I came up to you guys and I didn't know a single thing, nobody in the world knew about the company Apple, and I just came to you out of nowhere inside of a store and I just said, hey, listen, you know, I'm telling you about this business idea, and I'm telling you, hey, listen, I'm about to get ready to name my company Apple. What can you guys really base an industry that I'm in? You can't do it. Maybe you might think of fruit, but that's probably the only thing that comes to your head when you think of a company named Apple. This name is so broad that you're not able to place it in any industry. So therefore, the company Apple is able to place themselves in any industry that they want to. They can go from technology over to construction if they wanted to. They can go to construction over to the pharmacy market. It does not matter, because the setup of their business prepared them to be able to do that. So one of the main things you guys want to make sure is make sure your name is not considered as a high risk when it comes to a business. Placing names that has to do with weapons, placing names that has to do with credit, club, real estate, trucking, all these names are considered as high risk. Now, low risk names: construction, consulting, enterprises, all management, all these are low risk names. But I'm taking y'all to that next level when I tell you to make a name that is so broad that you can't put it in any type of industry. Now that we have a fully created business with a EIN number, our goal is to be able to take this EIN number and go obtain somebody else's money. But the main thing we need to pay attention to is not getting charged for spending somebody else's money. This is when interest comes into play. I hate to say it, but subject for another video. I want to be able to really get to the main points inside this video that you guys clicked on here for. So we have now created a newly open business. One of the main factors that a big financial institution requires from a business is 24 months. You have to be in business for at least 2 years in order for us to be able to consider you for funding. This is a lot of the big financial institutions. But somebody that is moving without direction, unlike you guys today, you're going to have direction, would probably create a newly open LLC and go to banks that require that from them, and they're not even knowing why they're getting denied, because your business has not been in business for 24 months. But there's a way around this if we have direction. The way is actually approaching no documentation banks. Banks that are relationship built. So, in other words, by law, these banks have to give our business up to $50K, and some of them even higher than that. No proof of income, no tax returns, no profit or loss statement. We fly by. We don't receive any denials before we start getting the approvals, because we know exactly what banks to head to. That's the first thing. No documentation banks. Now, I told you guys I want to show you how to be able to actually get at least $25K out of a newly open business. And this is going to be how we do it. It's not going to be backed by the business because it's a newly open business. So it has to be backed by something, whether that be income, whether that be personal credit, or it might be business credit. Today, we're going to be speaking about personal guarantee. This is the fastest way to actually be able to see results when it comes to getting your business funded, especially a newly opened business. What I tell people is your business is your baby. So therefore, if we create a baby out in this world and it has no financial history, no credit history, somebody, a parent, has to come back that baby up if it wants to be able to get a car or apartment and say, hey, listen, I will be the one to take on this note. I will be the one that is liable if they do not pay. This is what you are doing for your business. But in order for us to be able to do that, we got to know direction. We got to know exactly what we need before we even go apply for it. That way we actually get what we want. Now, for the people that want to get what they want and you've listened to this part of the video, make sure you comment down below, I'm getting what I want. And also for the people that are loving the information so far, make sure you subscribe. Like as much as possible. If you want to be able to help your boy out for the content I normally give, you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to set me a barbecue. All you simply have to do is put a category of my videos together and rewatch them over and over and over again. That will give me enough, right? But going back to this, personal credit report is what we're going to be able to talk about and what we're going to need in order to be able to get a newly open business, whether it's 2 weeks old or 30 days old. It has to be backed by something. Now, when it comes to the personal credit report, let's talk about what we need on this report before we actually go out to funding. And I'm going to tell you guys who to go out and get that amount from. When we're looking at our credit report, we must remove everything off. If you want to be somebody inside of this video today that receives the maximum amount from the bank, we want to remove all collections, repossessions, closed accounts, late payments. We want to make sure everything is wiped off first. And I know some people hate even thinking about that process because, oh shit, it maybe take me 3 months until I get this actually repaired and get myself on board. I'm telling you it's worth it. I'm telling you it's worth the wait. I'm telling you it's worth, credit is going to be the one thing that can change your life if you invest into it. All you're doing is investing into getting other people's money for your idea. That's it, plain and simple. So, personal credit report, everything wiped off, negative. Now, what most people miss is the building phases because some people start with a credit score at 0 and they want to know how to just completely move up. They don't have to know how to wipe off. They just need to know how to move up. Now, for those people, a couple of things you're going to be able to need if you don't have any negative items on your personal credit report. Main 2 things I have to talk about today are going to be trade lines, age trade lines, and primary trade lines. There's a lot of things that a lot of people are missing on this internet, and primary trade lines is one of them. A lot of these people tell you guys that all you have to do to boost your personal credit score is get some trade lines and you'll be able to go over and get approvals. That is not the case. This is going to be a situation that hurts you guys' feelings, but makes you better. Adding trade lines onto your report will increase your personal credit score, right? It will add on history. It won't get you funded from a newly opened business. Saying that, when creditors and lenders are looking at your business and your personal credit score, they're going to determine it off the limits that you have, how long you've had those limits, and the separate accounts that you have between somebody else's credit cards, which are age trade lines, aka authorized users, or primary. The primary accounts are the physical cards you actually hold. Now, this is what usually takes people time to be able to do. I'm going to tell you guys how to sprint yourself and skip the line when it comes to these things. And that's going to be backdating your information. When it comes to backdated accounts, primaries are the hardest things to be able to get. Age trade lines, you can pretty much nowadays get them anywhere, right? To be able to boost your personal credit score. If you want to lock in with your boy, the description is down below to be able to lock in with me if you want to be able to learn how to get yourself trade lines or even get us to be able to do it for you. All right. But they're pretty much easy to be able to get. Primary trade lines are even easier to get. We can go to people like Tomo that actually backdates our information, right, over 5 years and reports a $30,000 trade line reporting as a primary trade line. Very useful for us. This is what I tell a lot of my students to be able to do because you're skipping the line. You're automatically getting 5 years with a high limit in history. 2 things the banks are looking for, right? When we're going to accounts like this is when we're actually putting ourselves in a position to skip the line, right? Now, so far as primary accounts, we want to make sure we at least have 3 of these primary accounts. Trade lines are not so much important anymore, authorized users. So to help out 2 authorized users on your account, age trade lines, you can go out and either purchase and make sure you have a high limit with them and history. We went out to make sure our personal credit score is around 680 and above with high limits and history reporting on it. This is when we want to approach the no documentation banks. But I'm only here to give you guys one play. That way you guys can have one direction and actually see results instead of all being everywhere. All right? So no documentation, the best place for you guys to go, the best big financial institution for you guys to actually head to, no documentation, is going to be Chase. Chase. When we go out to Chase and we apply for something like their unlimited business credit card, right? We want to look for 0% interest credit cards, which will be ultimately best for us because we're not paying anything on top of what we're spending. Best thing you can ever get when you're applying for funding. Nobody's charging you for using their money. But Chase is going to be a bank that does not ask you for proof of income, does not ask your business for tax returns or profit or loss statement, and you can simply apply for one of their credit cards. And as long as your history has what we just talked about on side of here, high limits in history. When I'm talking high limits, I'm talking about anything over 5K. You are going to be able to get a simple approval. You are going to be able to get approval from Chase, scaling out from 15 to 25K. Now, when you get into actually getting yourself funding, when you're coming to somebody like me, we are able to actually request from the banks what is best for you, which is a very big difference. But if you're able to pull out a simple 25K from investing inside of your business, probably less than $1,200, and you're able to pull 25K out within the next 30 to 60 days, that is major. That is major. You have to recoup all of your money plus somebody else's. Best thing you can ever do to be able to actually expand and grow your idea. So hopefully this video was able to give y'all a lot of game to be able to take action on. If you are somebody that has stuck with me all the way to the end of this video, make sure you drop action down below and let your boy know that you're actually going to test me out on this and see if I'm one of these other guys on the internet that just tells you something and you take action on it, it doesn't work. I want you to actually come back to my video and tell me I lied about it. Because 9 times out of 10, we're not going to have that happen inside of this YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody that has stuck with your boy since the beginning of this YouTube channel. We are now 70K up, and I've been speaking about it for the longest. This is 100,000 subscriber goal, and I definitely know we're going to be able to get to it with the support of you guys, as long as your boy continues to do his daily mission. I honestly feel like if Jesus Christ came today, right now, while your boy's on the video, if you ask me what I will be doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And that is a very good feeling, grateful feeling. I appreciate everybody that has been in tune. And until next time, it's your boy Risk Secrets, and we out.